Hi, I'm Randall Hedden. I've been an artist all my life, and that's a long time. I'm originally from Indiana. I lived there for 33 years, and then I moved to Arizona, where I live now. I've done quite a few murals in the southern Indiana area, primarily in Vincennes. Here's one I did in Vincennes in 1977 of the George Rogers Clark mural, and it finally faded. They called me back in 2005. We did it again. Took me about 6 weeks to paint this one with a lot of help, and we got that one done. And then in 2006 they called me back to do a Red Skelton mural, which is commemorating the opening of the Red Skelton Performing Arts Center. I got to be in the parade with them. And then about 2022 they called me back again to Vincennes, and inside the Pantheon Theater there's a 15 by 20 foot mural of Red Skelton and Ed Wynn that sits right where the stage is. And so in 2008, I had a meeting with the people from Pike County, and they all looked, and they were all friends and classmates of Gil Hodges, and they said, we want a mural painted in Petersburg, where he's from. What can you do? And I said, this is how much it's going to cost, and everybody got quiet. This is the photo reference I used, except for one guy. His name was Wayne Malott, and he says, I'll pay for it. Wayne was also a classmate of Gil Hodges. This is the color rendering that I did of the Gil Hodges mural originally. We used that as a guide to paint it. I took this copy and went back to my studios in Tempe, and I'm in a large warehouse where I put the panels and set them all up. You can see that I've got Gil here all sketched out. You can see I'm using a graph method to try to get everything in. So these are just some progress pics. I'm horrible about taking pics, but I did take some progress pics of all of this as we were going. You can see now I'm going over to this is Gil's face. It's on the left hand side, and then as I'm doing this, I got a friend of mine that's coming over, and he goes, hey, he says, I got somebody that played back when Gil played, and he might be interested in coming and taking a look. Do you mind if I bring him over? And I said, sure, anytime. So lo and behold, he brings this guy over. I immediately recognize him. He's a lot older, but lo and behold, I looked at him, and it was Joe Garagiola of all people. And I said, Joe, hey, he says, I was a catcher for St. Louis. I think I'm in this picture. I was a catcher for St. Louis Cardinals, and we took a good look at what I'd already painted on the mural, and looked at it, and we kind of zoomed in on it. I went, lo and behold, guess what? That is Joe Garagiola catching behind Gil Hodges, who's batting. So we brought that to Vincennes, or to Petersburg, by the way, in several panels, and a friend of mine, Greg Ham, he was a classmate of mine. We put them up in 2 days, got those up, and I went and touched it up, and I brought a buddy of mine to come help me touch it up, and you can see me in the boom, and we're painting all the people in there, and that was a nice attraction. There's some of his friends that I went to school with. Greg, again, is on my right in the green shirt. He's the one that helped me out on this whole thing. Couldn't have had it done without him. Here I am autographing the mural, and before I got done putting everything away, a motorcycle club comes over and they want their picture taken. So these are the first group of people that had their picture taken. About 10 years later or so, Gil Hodges Jr. brought his family up, and they had a little rendezvous, met up at the mural, and we had I had noticed that the mural was starting to fade, and then we put a plaque up in 2022 to add to it, and it was only temporary because the funds were low, but the substrate's great. Everything's in good shape. We just need to repaint it and get it good and seal it up good so it lasts a long, long time, and we need your help. Thank you very much for listening.